Hello, Granny here. The reason my hair looks like crap is because I'm isolated at home with COVID. That's one of the beauties of being a teacher. You get every virus that's going around and you tend to get COVID over and over again. So I'm off for another 5 days with COVID. So I wanted to tell you what it's like to be in an earthquake. We don't live in an earthquake zone. There's no fault line under us. So earthquakes are extremely unusual here in Australia. What we experienced a couple of nights ago apparently was the largest earthquake in Melbourne in 120 years, which isn't really saying much because we don't get many. But it was a 3.6. First, they thought it was a 4.7. I don't know how they get that wrong. And then they downgraded it to a 3.6. I've never been in an earthquake before. So I happened to be awake at the time. It happened at about 11:45 at night. And I was going to tell you what it felt like. You know, it was my first. I was a little bit excited. So it sounded like first a strong wind coming towards you. Now, I realised the next day that it was Pentecost Sunday, and that was really funny. Had I been more switched on at the time, I might have thought that I was having, a God experience or something. But it sounded like an enormous wind rushing towards you. And when the wind reached its peak, which must have been, when the vibrations got to my location, it felt like somebody grabbed the end of my bed and just violently pulled it for about 1 foot, 30 centimetres if you're metric. I've never known my whole world to kind of slip to the left like that. Everything just moved. It's not like you move and the room stays there. Everything just leaps to the left and you go with it. I then listened because I know from, teaching a bit of geography that you will often hear it rumble off into the distance, and I did. It sounded like thunder moving off into the distance. It was an amazing experience. It was very interesting. I found a little bit of a crack near the front door, but, not my problem, landlord's problem. Yeah, so that's what it was like to be in the biggest earthquake to hit Melbourne in 120 years. I'm more worried about COVID, actually. Anyway, Granny out.